Hey everybody, Jax here, and I'm going to show you a quick tutorial on how to make rain in UDK as a particle effect. It is very similar to making snow, but there's some specific differences that we'll need to work out to change the snow to rain, which is probably what I'll do. It'll be mainly a kind of a diversion from the original rain effect, so you might want to go back and check out that tutorial if you already haven't. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to create a new texture. You can do this in any program. You can use GIMP, which is free, or if you have Photoshop, you can do that here too. I think it can be a small texture, 256. 256 by 256, alright. So, let's go ahead and paint the background black. And foreground white. That's really rough, but I think that might work. So, desktop, rain. If I can spell rain. Okay, so we're going to hop over into the UDK. Okay, so here's what. As you can tell, I made a tutorial folder along with the materials and particle effects for grouping. Made a rain particle system, and for you guys this will probably just be an extension of the snow, so it's essentially the same thing, but I'm going to remake it for you guys. So let's go and go to a new particle system, rain underscore 01 underscore particle system. Okay, that's good. Materials. So here's what I got going on for a material. This isn't exactly updated. I need to bring in the new, need to import the new texture. So import, go to the desktop, rain texture, textures, and that should all be fine. Okay. Yes, fully load, always. Now, if I have the particle system open, oh, that's what I meant. Okay. Get that open. Get that there. Grab that. Okay. Now select your rain texture and just hit that. And this should be the same material that you guys have for your snow, which I don't know. You could probably change some things with it. You could probably make something a little bit more efficient, but for this tutorial, I'm going to use this. Alright, so that should be good. That should be all plugged in and everything. Go ahead and close out of that. Now, that's the rain material that we're just in, and here we go. This is the one I was looking for. Alright, so gonna need to do is on second thought, I don't know why I'm redoing that particle. I need to go based off of what you guys are kind of going on. So I changed a couple things, minor changes, without you guys, sorry, but I'm sure you'll catch on. So what I changed is I changed everything's essentially the same, except in initial velocity. That's what I changed. Okay, so I changed the Z speed for this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually experiment with you guys, essentially. So and this is kind of a learning thing for both of us. I haven't actually prepared, I guess, like I should have, but that's okay. So what we're going to do is actually that rain looks pretty good. I'm surprised that actually worked out decently well. So we need to, what I can see already is the initial location is way wrong. So let's go and bump this up, see what happens. 1,000, 1,000. Okay. That's definitely what I was going for, but huh. Okay, so let's bump this up to maybe 2,000. 2,000, 2,000, negative 2,000, negative 2,000, and negative 2,000. Alright. And I think that might be alright for now. Let's go ahead and go back over to... Clearly the spawn is really messed up. Let's bump that up to 2,000. That's a little bit better. I'm not sure why the... Initial velocity. Velocity needs to be cranked up a lot, so let's go with negative 5,000 maybe. Negative 10,000. Okay, that's looking a lot better. It's way too slow, so let's go with negative 9,000. The thing I love about UDK is... Actually, that might be too fast. Never mind. Negative 5,000 and negative 4,000. Let's see what that looks like. That looks pretty good. The thing I love about UDK is the min-max system really allows for variation in speed. It looks very natural, but let's see what we got going on for that looks pretty good, especially for like a drip, like maybe from a raft or something. You guys could create a drip or something. Just keep these settings in mind for that. But let's see what the spawn, what's going on with the spawn. Let's see, rate scale. Apply to the rate. I don't think that's it. Burst. That's interpolated. No. Doesn't look right. No. Particle emitter render mode. Well, that's interesting. Okay, medium detail. I don't think that's right either. Bear with me, guys. I'm not, like I said, I'm not fully prepared for this tutorial. Kind of see my my working methodology, I guess. Uncompleted. Okay, so I think the spawn rate's not right. Is there any spawn per unit? Kill. It's a constant, but I don't want a constant. I want... Maybe I'm looking for lifetime. Lifetime. Let's go with a minimum of 50 and a maximum of 100. Seemed like that made it much worse. So, let's go with 5 and 10. Maybe. One thing to consider is sprites will always look in your direction. I'm not exactly sure how to fix that, but if your raindrops are particularly long, it will look pretty strange because it will always face the camera. I would like to figure out a way to fix that, but I haven't yet, so be warned. Looks like that might have been the problem, but that's still pretty slow. So rather than negative 5,000, let's go with negative 10,000. Let's see if that'll work. Negative 9,000. That's more like it. Lifetime. What is distribution? I'm thinking it's something it's not. Low end of the output float distribution. Maybe I'll go with 1, 2. Maybe I'll go with nothing because that looks a lot better. Why is it looping like that? 0.2. Well, that's interesting. 1, 2. That's very odd. I'm not sure why that is. Looking pretty good for rain. I don't know exactly how big that is for scale. So let's go ahead and get this. Let's go and get this emitter in here. Right over here. Let's go ahead and play. really, really hard to see. Let's go and open up one of my darker levels. Let's go with level 1. Don't save. Let's go ahead and bring up the rain and bring it up. Am I bringing it up? Oh wow, this level is very big. Let's do a new one then. Night lighting. This will probably be a bit easier to see. So, particle system, bring that up. But from here, okay, it's looking pretty good. Oh, whoopsie. Bring that up a bit more. It's starting to look pretty good. Could use some translucency, but not exactly sure how to do that. It has to do something with the texture, but I'm not sure, so I'm not going to mess with it. That's definitely not right. So it was facing the right direction before. 90 degrees that way. What was I gonna do? Material. Let's just see. Okay, it's on additive. Let's go with translucent. Let's see what translucent does. What is that doing? I don't know. Let's see what it does. That's not good. Masked, maybe. Nope. So yeah, additive's probably the right option. It's probably a mixture between the pore edges on the texture and the color, or the amount of white. So I'd suggest messing with that a bit more than I did. Oh, that's fine. Leave that. Get out of that. Let's go back into the particle system. So the width, or the overall distribution, does not look like it's big enough to me. Let 3,000, 3,000, 1,000. And this doesn't make any sense actually. Let's go with 2,000, 2,000. Or does that make sense? Never mind, that did make sense. So negative 3,000, negative 3,000, negative 3,000. Oh, whoops. Negative 3,000. Alrighty. Let's see what that looks like in game. Looks pretty good. As you can tell, the textures, sprites rotate the way you look, which isn't good, but some additional translucency wouldn't be bad. Probably the best option would be to create some kind of alpha information, which will actually control the displaying of the texture, but really this is more of a particle effect tutorial, so I would say I think this is pretty good looking effect. My computer's running fine with it. It looks to be working. Let's go and stat FPS. So I can't even honestly see an FPS drop. That's what it normally runs at. So the amount of the FPS drop is unnoticeable for me. You could probably in code actually have the rain follow you somehow. I'm not a coder, so I don't know how, but that could be a very useful system. So I think that just about wraps up this tutorial. Thanks for watching, and talk to you guys later.